Yo, black man,
Check it
did
out.
you know NATO is fighting Russia right now? Secretly, and you don't know that?
With that nuclear weapon,
They're sending all type of weapons.
it's so dangerous.
All type of weapons they're sending in
People
Ukraine.
don't know what to do with it.
From England, from the United States, and the United States just offer more weapon again.
Bees and
So
birds.
Ukraine can fight Russia.
What he gonna do
Germany also sending weapons
with this nuclear weapon?
so they can fight Russia. Just think about it, people. We gotta wake up.
Hiding place. There is no hiding place for the nuclear weapon.
All these countries are sending weapons
He
to
don't know
fight
what
Russia. Do you know what Russia is doing?
He don't know what to do with himself.
Let me give you one story. Russia is using their whole stockpile
It's
so
a
they can get rid of those whole stockpile and destroy Ukraine building and
He's
property.
so afraid of himself.
They're not touching none of their new shit that they have.
To wake up.
Putin is playing possum right now.
There is no hiding place.
And the American people need to rise up
For the nuclear weapon.
and tell the government not to do what they're doing.
They can't take
Keep on harming Ukraine. They gotta rise up and tell the government.
the ocean.
Also, the people in England need to rise up and let the government know that they don't need to send any more arms to Ukraine. Ukraine. The German people need to rise up and tell the government they don't need to send any more.
With this nuclear weapon.
The Norwegian also need to wake up and let the government know they don't need to be sending all these weapons to Ukraine.
With this nuclear weapon.
Whatever they have, let them fight until it's over with
Ocean
by themselves,
is afraid.
and let Russia protect their border.
He take it in
Let
space.
Russia protect their border,
He also afraid.
because you have people in there that is planning to do stuff
No,
in Russia.
he don't know what to do.
The Russian people are not idiot. The Russian government has some sense. They know what these other governments are doing. They all know that.
He kill birds and bees.
So they have to protect their border.
All the fish in the ocean.
For a long time, all these other governments after the Russian government.
What you gonna do?
They want to put them in control for themselves,
This nuclear weapon.
or they want to destroy them for themselves.
What you gonna do?
Remember when Yeltsin was there, the President Yeltsin? He was a drunkard. He liked to drink. So everybody liked him. Because they could do what they want to do with him.
My people,
And they thought Putin was going to be the same thing.
God can help you.
They like him. They welcome him to the White House.
With this
And they do all type of stuff. They love him. And they thought they could do business with this guy. But the business that they want to do with him, that's not suitable for Russia. They want to do some puppet business. And Putin doesn't want to fall in that trap.
19th time.
So now he becomes a bad guy.
To blow himself up.
And that's the problem that is taking place.
The weapon.
When our other government cannot control other government, They call them bad government.
Let me tell you about this sugar. A big killer.
And they secretly trying to destroy those governments.
Kill girls. He kill the fish and
Are you following me?
he kill
And in dispensation of time, we cannot try to destroy any government.
all creatures.
Because there's a lot of government have stuff to destroy things with.
Man don't know.
And who they're destroying? The people.
Use their weapon.
Do you know how many wars we have in Africa right now? And nobody's not doing anything.
Their weapon.
Over 10 different hotspots we have.
He don't know
Name it.
what to do with his weapon.
Syria, Palestine, Lebanon, Iraq.
The big time soon come.
Too many. Ethiopia, the Congo. Too many, too many, too many, too many. And nobody's not doing anything. And guess what's happened? Black people are killing black people. They're not killing Europeans. And the few little Europeans that are up in Africa, if the black people are killing them, the European would take steps to stop that. And that's the problem we're having. Our people is killing our people. And no African is doing anything. They can't. You know why? They have nothing to fight with. Because they're not harming themselves to fight anybody but themselves. They don't have a high in space, out in space.
The nuclear weapon
They don't have any highs underneath the ocean,
is so dangerous.
so they can't do anything.
What to do with it?
So we become helpless. The only people that have eyes in space are the white men, the Chinese, the Indians.
Sunbirds.
The black man doesn't have any eyes in space,
What he got?
and he do not have any eyes beneath the ocean. If he do, he have a small little eye. I mean, like submarines and stuff like that, he can see what's going on.
There is no hiding place for the nuclear weapon.
Satellite in space, it can see what's going on.
Don't know what to
You don't have any satellite? Talk to me. If I'm lying, send me an email. Wherever the black men have a satellite, send me an email. He don't got shit,
terrible destruction.
and he don't want shit. Because Jesus is going to protect him. And God is going to protect him. And the God that is going to protect him is the God of the Bible.
No hiding place.
And the Jesus of the Bible. And they are Europeans.
No hiding place for the nuclear
So don't talk bullshit to me. Reading this book 24 hours a day.
They can't take it.
And talking all type of crazy shit. The people cannot understand. We've been doing this for 500 years. Over 500 years black men been doing this.
The ocean.
And he can't find his pathway.
There's no hiding place.
When I said he cannot find his pathway, every time he walk, he's tumble. Because the white man destroy his people every time. In the jail, in the crazy house, in the asylum, on the street, in high-rise building, the white man destroy his people at all times. One by one. So you're not saying anything
He go to the ocean.
to lift your people out of all these destruction. Because our people gone off into
He take it into space.
sodomy.
He also
And you cannot redeem them from sodomy. So you're not saying anything. Those that is going to church are in sodomy. The choir in sodomy. The ministers in sodomy. You know you can't talk about that too much anymore. Because you two want to close it down. No more freedom of speech. You two becomes the speaker now.
all the fish in the ocean.
You don't have freedom of speech anymore.
What you gonna do
They are telling you what you can say from what you cannot say.
with this nuclear weapon?
They are the public access right now
What you gonna
because nobody's not going to the public access at the television station anymore.
do with this nuclear weapon?
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all of those become public access.
My people
But you're telling you what you can say from what you cannot say.
can help you
No more freedom of speech.
with this nuclear weapon.
So the point that I'm making, black men cannot say anything.
You think he can help you
He don't have his own satellite.
with this nuclear weapon?
So he have to bow down to the white man
Man is just waiting.
and use his media. So that's why we have to obey their rules, right? So you can't speak about man and man anymore. And woman, you can't speak about those stuff. But you're teaching the children in school. You see the bullshit? 5-year-old kids they're teaching about all these stuff I'm talking about.
Let me tell you about this nuclear. A big killer.
Huh?
He kill boy.
And the parents is not doing anything.
Kill the fish up.
Parents is not doing anything towards what the children have been taught in school about these stuff.
It kill all creatures.
Take them home and teach them.
That's why man don't know.
Teach them about 1, 2, 3. And teach them about ABC.
Nuclear weapon.
Let them stay home. Because they're not teaching them about the stars and the moon and the sun and the water and the fish and the birds and the flowers and the plants. No!
He don't know
They're teaching them something else.
what to do with
How they
this
can be
nuclear
with
weapon.
someone just like them. In a relationship.
Weeping time.
So when they grow up, they can't have no
Time
babies.
soon come.
When they grow up, they can't have any babies because they're not with a different sex. They're with the same sex.
Weeping time soon come.
So that all going to be penetrated in their mind.
Weeping time soon come.
It's going to be penetrate their mind. So they figure it's okay to do what they've been taught in school. And some of the parents is telling them that it's okay too. That's how sick these parents become. But what I'm saying, black men, we got to change. Because the white man is making the change right now. And you have no say so. You have no say. What I'm saying, the people that is going to make the change right now is all white people, European. And they have been doing it for a long time. We can go around and talk a little bullshit as much as we want to.